house was breathing in the dark. 40 people crammed into my living room, friends, family, her, sisters hiding behind the curtains. My brother crouched near the fireplace. Champagne sweating on the counter. The lights were off. We were waiting for the headlights to sweep across the driveway. My son stood at the window, peeking through the blinds. He was grinning. He'd practiced yelling "surprise" all week. Then his body stiffened. His smile disappeared. "Dad!" he whispered, voice thin. "Mom isn't alone." My chest didn't tighten. It didn't have to. I already knew. I walked to the window slowly, calm, controlled. The car door opened. She stepped out first. Red dress. The one I bought her last month. Said she wanted to feel 25 again. Then he stepped out. Tall, confident, too comfortable. They didn't look around. They didn't check the house. She laughed at something he said. That laugh. The one that used to be mine. And then she kissed him. Right there. In front of our house. In front of 40 hidden guests. In front of our son. Gasps filled the darkness behind me. A wine glass clinked against tile. No one moved. I didn't either. Because this was the final piece. But the game had started long before tonight. 20 years. That's how long I loved her. We met in college. She hated coffee. I drank it black. She believed in fate. I believed in hard work. Somehow we worked. We built a life brick by brick. First apartment. First argument. First child. I still remember her crying when we brought our son home. Said she was terrified of failing him. I told her we'd fail together. I meant it. I gave her everything I had. Long hours, promotions, missed birthdays, all for stability. For comfort. For her. But somewhere along the way, she started looking at me like I was furniture. Useful, replaceable. It didn't happen overnight. It was small things. Her phone turning face down. Late yoga classes. A new perfume, she said, was just trying something different. Then came the silence. Cold bed. Colder eyes. The confirmation came on a Tuesday. I wasn't supposed to be home early. She was in the kitchen laughing at her phone. A laugh I hadn't heard in years. She didn't see me standing in the hallway. Didn't see the name on the screen reflected in the microwave door. Miss you already? I didn't confront her. I didn't yell. I started planning. First, I hired a private investigator. Quietly, professionally. Within 2 weeks, I had photos. Restaurant dinners. Hotel entrances. His hand on her back. He was married, too. 2 kids. Interesting. Next, I met with a lawyer, calmly, casually. I transferred assets. Protected accounts. Moved investments. Not illegally, strategically. I documented everything. Every text I could access. Every suspicious charge. Every overnight absence. I watched. I waited. And when her 40th birthday approached, I had an idea. She loved grand gestures. Loved attention. So I gave her the biggest stage she'd ever had. I organized the party myself. Invited everyone. Her parents. Her closest friends. Even his wife. Anonymous tip. You deserve to know. She came. She stood in my living room that night too. Confused. Curious. I made sure the timing was perfect. Outside in the driveway, the kiss ended. My son looked at me. His eyes were older now. Is that Uncle Mark? He asked. I shook my head and no. I turned to the crowd behind me. Lights, I said quietly. The switch flipped. The house exploded into brightness. The door swung open. Surprise! But no one yelled it. Not the way we rehearsed. They stood there. 40 witnesses. Her parents frozen. Her friends staring. His wife pale as paper. My wife blinked into the light like an animal caught in headlights. Her face drained of color when she saw him standing next to her. When she saw our son. When she saw me. He stepped back first. Coward, what is this? She whispered. I stepped forward onto the porch. This, I said calmly, is your birthday. Silence pressed against her. His wife walked past me slowly. She didn't scream. Didn't cry. She just looked at him. Then at my wife. And held up her phone. Photos. Messages. Evidence. My wife's knees almost gave out. You set me up? She breathed. No, I said evenly. You did. Gasps, murmurs, phones recording. Her father looked at her like he didn't recognize her. My son stepped back inside. He didn't want to see. Neither did I. But I stayed. Because I needed her to understand something. I've known for 3 months, I told her quietly, so only she could hear. Everything is filed. Everything is documented. The house? Protected. Accounts? Separated custody? In motion. Her eyes widened. You can't. I can, I said. And I will. The man beside her tried to speak. His wife cut him off. We're done, she said coldly. 2 families collapsing in one driveway. Poetic. My wife reached for me then. As if I was still her safety net. I stepped back. No, I said. For the first time in years, I saw fear in her eyes. Not guilt. Fear. The power had shifted. The divorce was swift. Public humiliation has a way of speeding up paperwork. She moved out within a month. The red dress stayed behind. I donated it. My son and I kept the house. We kept the memories worth keeping. The rest I burned quietly. People still talk about that night. How brutal it was. How calculated. They're right. It was. Because betrayal isn't an accident. It's a series of choices. And so was my response. Sometimes I stand at that same window. The blinds slightly open. The driveway empty. Peaceful. I don't feel rage anymore. I feel clarity. She thought she was stepping into a new life that night. She did. Just not the one she planned. And as for me, I didn't lose a wife. I removed a liability. And I did it with the lights on.